Guam's only government-run cemetery is running out of time and space. Just 8 burial plots remain at Tiguac Cemetery in Pidi. Director of Department of Parks and Recreation, Angel Sablon, says they're down to less than maybe a month of burials left at Tiguac.
My other choice is, if we don't get additional property, is we close it to further burials.
The need to increase the footprint was something that Sablon brought up to the 37th Guam legislature, but fell on deaf ears. Now a bill introduced by Senator Tina Rose Muñoz-Barnes is before lawmakers and would hand over 11 acres of nearby government land to the Parks and Rec to expand.
Several weeks ago, the department had asked to schedule a hearing for this measure because its capacity concerns have reached a critical level. It is merely the first steps needed to help the Department of Parks and Recs. Its budget, as we all know, is bare bones, so there isn't any wiggle room to absorb additional costs or pay for any development to this new lot.
A public hearing was held Tuesday, and not everyone supports it, not without accountability. PD Mayor and Mayor's Council of Guam President Jesse Alec.
I want to respectfully oppose this bill for several reasons. One, I understand the need for burial plots, truly. But I also understand the need for dignified burial plots for our people. And if our intentions are to provide this space for our loved ones, then before we continue to give more property to the department, perhaps we need to fix up the cemetery first. And we need to maintain the cemetery in a manner that is dignified for our loved ones.
Alex says he hasn't seen a plan and is unaware of the funding source. He says the real issue is not space, it's how the government treats a cemetery it already has. And Sablon shares the same sentiment.
If you don't fund it, if you don't maintain it, you're going to get what you don't fund for. And so I just want to reiterate today that we hope to change his mind by coming up with some concrete plans to make that place a dignified place for our people.
Alec adding,
in any given day you go to Tiguac Cemetery, if you're happy with the way that cemetery looks, so be it, but I'm not.
As we reported back in April, families were upset by the condition of the cemetery with overgrown grass, trash, and lack of upkeep by Comfort Cuts, the company contracted to maintain the lawn and grounds of the cemetery. He says years of neglect have left Tiguac looking abandoned and forgotten.
If truly the government is concerned about our people, then you need to be concerned about that cemetery as well.
We're trying at DPR to change things around of many years of neglect. And we can't do everything overnight, but we're certainly on that track.
Jonagan Charfris, KUAM News.